Hello, friends. Your favorite Goblin Squick here. Hope everyone's doing well. So, some things have dropped down, and apparently, not only Trollord, but Frog God Games, Paizo, a few others, Chaosium, from what I heard. I got to double check that information. But a lot of people are pretty much upset at this. At this 1.1 malarkey that Has Coast has tried to put together. Um, when you have like a good company like Chaosium, who have Call of Cthulhu, who put Call of Cthulhu on the D20 system in third edition, just to help spread the word around, sure. When there's there going, yeah, we don't think this is good either. It says a lot. It honestly says a lot because it's showing that Wizards or Has Coast really is becoming too greedy. Now, look, before anyone says shit about it, I understand that they're a corporation and they have to make money. No one's denying this, all right? Everybody's like, fine. Although a lot of people are seeing that, monetization in terms of like loot boxes and other things, they're going to go like the video game example. That's going to be harmful. If you don't, look at loot boxes. Look at all this shit that happened with them. Um, but yeah, it's ridiculous. It's so utterly ridiculous. Hell, Commander Quarters, shout out to Commander Quarters, just said it. WotC, what are you doing? You are becoming cartoonishly evil. You overprinted everything. And yes, he made the point. You made $1 billion. Big fucking deal. You know why? Because if you lose the base, you're not going to make any more money. If it's all about short-term profits, fine. It's about short-term profits. But it doesn't mean anything else. If your player base starts leaving, your short-term profits go down the drain. You guys already, they already had their credit thing. I'm sorry, I totally know what it is. It got reduced by the Bank of America. Yeah, their credit rating got reduced by the Bank of America, or their stock rating, excuse me. So if you're owning Wizard stock, you're upset about this because that's your money gone, and you're a shareholder. Them saying this, and you're a shareholder. If you're a shareholder seeing the fire, what do you say, firestorm, the shitstorm that's going on, why don't you have call and say, why are you guys doing that? You said monetization as in video game. Well, why are you taking away that? If you're not, and it's only about the money, then Hasbro has everything. And mind you, Hasbro doesn't give a shit what people say. No one's gonna sit there and think, there's not some suit in like corporate at Hasbro who's like, this one podcast said some stuff about our product. They need to learn some respect. Fuck that. And fuck you if you think that. Fuck you if you think that Hasbro needs to learn. Sorry, that Hasbro is trying to get respect in people's mouths. You know why? Because that's stupidly bullshit. No one thinks that kind of stuff because it's a fucking corporation. You think they haven't had issues with their product lines in the past where people complained about it? They learn how to roll and grow. I had a conversation, that was a quick segue, with someone last night, and they brought up some good points. So let D&D grow, sure, but they're going at the expense of others. They're going at the expense of the hobby. And yes, while the hobby may never go so big, like video games and movies, does it really need to? Do we really need to have, the TTRPG hobby become this next mega thing? Because wouldn't that just make everyone think just a little more watered down? The whole point of TTRPG, in my humble opinion, was never to like this monolith. Yes, money corrupts, which we have seen with TSR and apparently now with Wizards making this. And yeah, it's kind of sad that that there's a company out there that's ruining their own reputation and ruining their own fan base, their own people who care about things. And it's hard to make new fans out of nothing. So, there might be some out there who would say, but WotC has you're gonna put a thing on the small screen. They're gonna have a big movie. I am reminded of a comic from Foxtrot, and Foxtrot simply had I believe his name was Jason, the son going to see Lord of the Rings. His sister tagged along, but the sister was not there because of Lord of the Rings. The sister was there because of Orlando Bloom. The draw was not the content. The draw was the actor. So let's say this new movie comes out. What if the draw is just Michelle Rodriguez or Chris Pine and not the content, or Hugh Grant and not the content? What if no one gives? I mean, considering the movie, what if no one gives a shit about the tabletop RPG? I mean, let's look at it. World of Warcraft tried a movie. It didn't do so well, sadly, because I like World of Warcraft. I didn't go see it, unfortunately, but that didn't work. Final Fantasy had a few movies that didn't pan out. It means nothing bad about it. All it means is sometimes it just doesn't work. Wizards already tried with a movie way back when. It didn't work. So I think that all in all, they're just the things you have to really contemplate. I was watching Old School NPC this morning, and he brought up a really good point. Wizards of the Coast kind of played the long game and used everyone who did the OGL. Because, as quite a few people said, in 3.0, 3.x, it became a thing. It had a lot of content. People made a lot of stuff. WotC itself is the one who made a lot of splat books. Tome of Magic, Rules Compendium, Magic Item Compendium, Magic Arcana, Tome of Nine Battles, Book of Elder Evils. I forgot the another book of adversaries. I don't quite remember the name. You had a lot of books that WotC put out that people going, why do we need this? Do we really need this book at this moment? That was the splat books. Sure, there's third-party people who made stuff, but they weren't splat books. They weren't the official content. Splat book was the official content. So, yeah, once that passed and 4th edition sunk, not because of there's no community to support it. And it was just a different rule system. Not a bad rule system. Nothing wrong with it. It's actually, I played a 4th edition game. I had fun with it. But it's just a rule system that did not feel to some people like Dungeons and Dragons. It was a miniature tactical game, which is fine. It's actually really fun. And I wish I could play a Warlord more, because that was a class that really appealed to me. But yeah, then 5th edition comes. If Wizards really did not want the OGL, they would never have opened it up with 5th edition. They would have made it have version 5.1. It had just been their own thing. They would continue with the system, but they didn't. And why is that? Because they knew the community would help support it and bring it back up. They lost a lot of faith through 4th edition, so they tried to bring it back. And now they're taking it away again. The faith, at least. So yeah, they probably were like, okay, now that we have the help, we're going to just take it all away. And we're going to make sure that we get everything out of this. And now they got a lot more pushback than just third-party creators. If your Magic people are worrying about this, if Chaosium, another big company, is worried about this, if you have 57,000 signatures that are worried about this, it says a lot. In my humble opinion. So yeah, that's what I think. I hope all of you have a nice day. Much love.